What's up everybody, it's Jasmine and today I'm going to try and film a video. I want to look at this YouTube channel called Life by Jen. It's quite similar to Amberlynn Reid's YouTube channel, except she does have like edited thumbnails, so it kind of looks a little bit more interesting and exciting. It seems as though she is more consistent with her attempts at losing weight, and also it seems as though she's quite I guess I'd say like honest and open, and I don't know, but like, you know, she's got a vulnerable side to her that I think comes out in a way that Amberlynn Reid doesn't come out. So I'm kind of interested in her channel because she doesn't have as many subscribers as Amberlynn Reid, and I'm not really sure why, like what's going on. But then I thought, you know, we could look at one of her videos and see what's going on, like, you know, what's up, and then, you know, maybe we can keep an eye on her.
Hey everyone,
Hey.
welcome back to my channel.
Thanks.
I'm Jen.
I'm
This is my
Jasmine.
channel.
This is my channel.
So, I need to talk to you guys about what happened yesterday, the mini binge that happened,
Mini binge.
what led up to it, and what transpired after it. This is not easy for me, and I've debated on whether to make this video or not. I already logged the food in MyFitnessPal yesterday, but I was debating on whether making a video about it, but my channel is about the real struggle, and
Yeah.
like I've always said, my journey is not going to be perfect.
No, nobody says.
But I will consistently be honest,
That's
and
good.
I will consistently keep moving forward.
Yeah. I like that.
I'm not giving up just because of yesterday.
No.
But I do feel pretty shitty about myself right now.
Well, that's okay.
And
It's
this
okay to
isn't
feel bad.
a video to ask for sympathy, to look for sympathy, to look
But I'm
for
being sympathetic.
pats
Oh,
on the
no.
back and say it's okay. It's not okay. Binging is never okay. There's never a good enough excuse to binge.
No, it's just hurting yourself.
But I'm just letting you know what happened and how I'm feeling right now about my whole life.
Your whole life. Wow.
So I've
This is gonna
never
get deep.
really gotten a lot of hate in my real life. I've lived in this building for 8 years, and
This
I've known this
building.
particular woman for 8 years,
Oh.
and she is kind of a little eccentric, if you want to call it.
Like me.
She's
Does she have
not
dogs?
always a friendly person, not in a not friendly, like, I don't know how to explain this. So yesterday I was on my way downstairs. I offered to get my neighbor's mail and get my own mail while I was going down.
That's pretty nice.
And then I was taking a couple packages down that were left at somebody's door that didn't belong there. Anyhow, I was waiting on the elevator, and the elevator door opened, and she was on the elevator, and she was standing almost directly in front of the elevator door, kind of like blocking the door, and there was nobody else on the elevator but her. And she kind of
people
looked at
say
me like
in the
a deer in the
elevator?
headlight kind of look, and she was like, well, how about I just send the elevator back up for you? And it kind of flabbergasted me. Usually I have a comeback if I do run into the situation where somebody's an ass. I usually, oops, I probably shouldn't have said that word. But
Hey,
if somebody's
I don't
rude, I
understand
usually
that.
have a comeback, and I do have something smart to say. But it caught me so off guard because I didn't expect that from her.
Wait, but isn't she doing a
She's
nice
one of
thing?
these types that, and
She's
I'm
gonna get the
not
elevator for you.
putting down religious people.
I don't understand.
But I don't know why she wouldn't have wanted me on the elevator with her. I've ridden the elevator with her before, with her and other people.
Oh, she
so
wouldn't let her
I
in the
don't
elevator.
understand that. I know I'm big, but I'm not too big to fit on an elevator. And as I was getting off the elevator, enough time had passed. She had went and got a soda out of the machine, and she was coming back. And she jumped on the elevator that I was getting off of, and another guy got on the elevator with her, and she didn't make any kind of excuse or ask him to wait for the next elevator. She just got on the elevator and asked him what floor. And I was really, really offended because I thought maybe for a minute it was just her. Maybe she was anxious, didn't want to be on the elevator with somebody else. But obviously it was me and she had a problem with. I have no idea why, other than because I'm fat and she didn't want to ride on the elevator with me while I was fat because I'm fat. But like I said, I've never run into anything like that before. I never run into anything with her about that.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can understand that she's upset about it, and I understand that it's, it doesn't look good exactly, but I'm not 100% sure, like, how this story looks. Like, how big is the elevator? How far away was Jen from the elevator? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm just not 100% sure that lady was purposely being mean. But I can understand why Jen would be upset about it. But I think, it'd be better if she would just be able to, like, brush it off. Like, oh, like, it's just a mistake. Or if she is upset about it, write a note to the lady or something, or get in contact with that lady and ask her if she has a problem with you. And I know that sounds scary, but at least then your mind will stop ruminating about it, because you'll have sought out an answer. So, I mean, yeah.
My mindset was to eat because I wanted to eat the feelings away.
That's no good. So she got upset from this lady.
So I got
this is where it started
little,
from.
like, cherry cheese Danish thing out of the vending machine, which is 440 calories, and
That's
a little bag
of
cheese puffs, which was 120 calories. And I did log those things in my FitnessPal, but that made me start thinking about how I define a binge. There was a lot of debate about the donuts, whether it was a binge. So I Googled the definition of the word binge. It's anything in excess, however you want to say the word. So I guess I was defending eating the donuts is not a binge. I didn't consider them a binge because my definition of a binge has always been eating a lot of food for emotional reasons, for emotional comforts. I've always just thought eating too much food was just overeating, not necessarily a binge. So that's why I have said in the comments of that video about that not being a binge. But I guess if you go according to the definition of the true word binge, it was a binge. I wanted to eat more, and I was really, really close to just saying, forget it, this sucks. I'd rather just eat my feelings and not worry about it. And they're on hospice, and it's somebody that I'm very close to, and I want really bad to be there for them, physically there for them. And because of the damage that I've caused myself in the past, I can't. If I wouldn't have been morbidly obese, I could have had this cancer situation taken care of a long time ago and been on with my life. And I could be there for them. I could travel to where they are and be there with them in this really hard time. Emotionally, physically, today I'm not doing well at all. I had my therapy appointment this morning.
That's good.
And I'm not quite ready to talk about that yet.
Not when you
but I will in the next few days. And I do have another one scheduled for next week.
That's good.
I want to eat really, really badly. And I want to just say, forget all this. It's not worth it. And I want to give up. I'm not going to, but I want to. That's where my mind is right now. And I keep telling myself that this is not going to last forever. I'm not going to feel this down and depressed and hopeless forever. And I just need to hold on until this feeling passes. But it's been almost 24 hours now, and it hasn't passed. So that's what happened yesterday. I'm going to spend the rest of today focusing on answering emails and messages and try to get caught up with that.
So obviously she's had a difficult situation in her life where she has cancer, and then there's obviously other people in her life that are also ill that she wants to be near, but she can't because of the things that she's struggling with. But I think that she actually did a really good job by choosing to make a video about it, because instead of sitting there and thinking in her head about how much she wants to eat and how much she wants to give up and give up on herself, instead she's vocalizing it. And I personally think that it really helps to just say the things that you're feeling, because I've found, like, if I'm feeling really depressed and I feel like I want to die, if I say that, then it could kind of release me from having the thought. The thought doesn't get so stuck in the head. So I think that she made a really good decision, and I'm really happy to hear that she's got a therapy appointment. And I personally don't think that she needs to talk about the therapy appointment on her video, but I think that it's good that she's like sharing that that's one of the things that she's doing to help herself get better, because that's something that I think is really important for a lot of people who are struggling with all sorts of things. It doesn't have to be weight related. It could be anything. If you've got the help of a therapist, it can really help guide your way to being the person that you want to be. So I think that she's making a lot of good choices, and I know she's kind of getting, I think, stuck on, the definition of a binge. I don't think that really matters. Like, I don't think that it matters whether or not she did or didn't binge, if it was like technically a binge or not. But I think what is really good is that she's doing things to try and stop the cycle of that. So instead of eating when she's upset, making a video when she's upset, and now she's got this plan to answer her emails, and she's looking forward to going to therapy and stuff. Like, I think that that's really great. I think she's making some good decisions, and sure, she did something that she didn't want to do, but that's all part of the process. Like, it's not a straight road. It winds, it goes up and down, so I'm glad that she made this video, and I think I can understand that she's beating herself up about it, and she's blaming that other lady a wee bit, but just the simple act of making the video, and her editing it and listening to it again and stuff, I think that that's really good. And I think she's on the right track. So I'll be interested to watch more of her videos. And I would just ask her to not be so hard on herself, because we can't always be there for the people that we care about, and they understand that. And it's you can't be there all the time. So that's going to be it for me today, guys. You guys might like to check out our channel. It's Life by Jen. I'm Jasmine, and I'm getting out of here.